It's time to become the best version of yourself and help others do the same. It's Monday morning and we're talking success.
Good morning, Soul family. Welcome to another Monday morning Talking Success. So glad you could join me, coming at you live from the Soul Studios here in sunny Utah. It looks like we got great weather out where you are at as well. Welcome. We're excited to have you join us. We got a bunch of people on with us live on our YouTube channel. If you are just watching and haven't typed in to share with us how you're doing, make sure you do that so we can put your name in the drawing to make sure you are taken care of. We are about done with week 3 of April, and you guys are killing it. I'm so proud of you guys for all the hard work you're putting into building your businesses and changing lives. We are on track yet again. It seems like the same thing every month. We're on track to have the biggest month we've ever had again. So that is a direct reflection on all the hard work you guys are putting into it. So congratulations, and it's just exciting to see what you guys got going on. Now, before you guys get sunburned and struggle with all the things that come along with beautiful weather wherever you're at, we are going to give away 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 soul hats today. We got our black, our white, and our gray. It's for our swag item giveaway today, so make sure you chime in and we'll get you covered. It looks like if you are in South Dakota or Chicago, you may need this to keep the snow out of your eyes. Everywhere else, hopefully it's the sun. So hope you guys can win and are feeling lucky. Dolores is already calling dibs on the gray one. So Dolores, we'll see how lucky you are. We'll get you taken care of, my friend. Now, as you can well expect, as we see people continue to get put into the Soul family and join us with arms wide open, we are seeing amazing things happen on our rock and roll segment. And we're going to jump into that now. The cool thing I found today was there were a ton of people that just missed being recognized today. There was a ton with 3 people, like a ton. So we had to draw the cutoff line somewhere. We didn't want us to take this whole episode talking about just about rock and roll. But so those we are recognizing had at least 4 people, and they are. Our first rock star and roller is Teresa Choke. Congratulations. You enrolled 4 people last week. We also had Lydia Ferrantino with 4, as well as Jose Luis Avina with 5. And then our top rock star and roller for the last week was Danielle Gianni with 7, average 1 per day. Congratulations to you, awesome rock star and rollers. You guys are killing it. Now we are just starting week 3 of our Soul Fit challenge. And it has been fantastic. Your guys' testimonials rolling in have been wonderful. This week we have Movement Week. So the challenge for you all is to do at least 30 minutes of purposeful movement every day this week and see how that works out for you. Now, when we say purposeful movement, that doesn't mean you move your finger a little bit faster when you're scrolling through things on your phone or your thumbs or whatever you're doing, right? Let's get out and get some full body exercise going on. Get out and walk, swim, bike, whatever that may be. And if you look in your tracker, if you want to have bonus points this week, make sure you pick a new form of exercise that perhaps you haven't tried before or you're not regularly doing. So what that means is if you're regularly doing yoga every morning, how about we try a bike ride in the afternoon as well? Or we go for a jog, or we go for a walk, or we start swimming again, or play tennis, or whatever we may do, right? Let's get out and move it a little bit, right? As always, please fill out your tracker as well. Keep track of all that stuff. There's points associated with it. We want to give out prizes. Plus, it helps us just to see how everything's going so we get some good data on all this stuff, right? I think you guys are going to love it. Ashley says, I've liked the Blogilates workout app. There you go. I don't even know what that is, but that's got to work, right? Wendy likes to dance with the dog. Please take pictures or video of that and send it to us, Wendy. We'd love to see that. Yeah, there's so many good things going on. Paige has been doing good with running and jogging. That's what it's all about. And there's some great testimonies that have come in as well. We want to show them to you now. One says, starting week 2 and very happy with week 1 for so many reasons. I am adding a quarter mile to walk daily this week. Love it. Pushing yourself. We also have week 1 done minus 2 pounds and more sleep too. It's all connected, my friends. You don't lose weight if you're not sleeping well. Also, today was a really good day. Walked the dog and did 15 minutes on the treadmill. I know that doesn't sound like much, but for me it is. Man, the thing I love most about this is we're not comparing ourselves to each other, right? We are just focusing on making ourselves better, and 15 minutes is fantastic. So congratulations to all you who had those awesome testimonials. We're pulling those right off of our SoulFit Facebook page. If you want some inspiration or you want to inspire others, man, check that out and share the good wealth of knowledge you guys have and the feel goods and all that good stuff, right? I love it. Now, I think the topic we're going to cover today is going to be applicable to all of you for a few reasons. One of which, as participants in this challenge, you are going to be happier. You're going to feel more confident. You may even look better or fit in clothes better, whatever that might look like, right? And what's going to happen naturally because of all those things? People are going to come up to you and say, hey, give me some advice. What's going on? You're changed. Help me out here, right? And so today, we are going to cover what this blog calls the 4 unbreakable rules of giving advice that people actually respect. Before we do that, though, I have a question for you. What rules do you have about giving advice? All you out there that are live with me on YouTube, what's a rule that you have when giving advice? Do you have a rule, or do you just give it all the time, right? While you're thinking of that and typing that in as well, for those of you who want to type in and share this as well, think of this. What is the difference between telling someone what you think versus giving advice? So those 2 questions, you guys can help me out on there. What rules do you have about giving advice? And 2, what is the difference between telling someone what you think versus giving advice? Excited to see what you got. Kristen says you got to ask permission, right? I love that. You have to listen well, Natalie says. Perfect. Dolores only gives advice if they ask for it. Well, I try. I love that because Granny D, I know you and I love you and you are willing to help everybody. That's awesome. Myrna says, good morning. Well, good morning to you too, Myrna. I love it. What else have we got here? What's the difference between telling someone what you think versus giving advice, or what rules do you have about giving advice? We are going to talk about my 4 rules and we'll read back and see what else you got. Chris says, ask them what you are seeking. I love that. Okay, so rule number 1 about giving advice is never rush to give advice. What does that mean, right? It says here, oftentimes we're so excited that someone cares what we think about that we start strutting and crowing like roosters when someone asks for our advice. But the rule is, don't rush. In fact, he says, instead of being a rooster, be a fox. Now, if you think about those two animals, a rooster every morning thinks he's the most important thing and that everybody in the world wants to hear what he has to say. So whether you want to or not, he's going to tell you. He's going to crow, he's going to make all sorts of ruckus, and he is going to be the cock of the walk, strutting around thinking like he's the most important thing, right? On the other hand, a fox, always curious, always sly, trying to figure out what's going on, making sure that things are covered correctly, right? So be a fox and not a rooster when it comes to giving advice. One key thing you need to remember about that as well. Sometimes when people are seeking your advice, they're just seeking somebody to blame when it doesn't work out for them. Okay, so you also don't want to be stuck in that position either, right? Some others on here that are talking, we only give advice when they ask, no preaching. Kim says, let's see, Anita says, greetings from Michigan. Okay, Dolores says, haha, don't be a rooster. I love it, okay? Rule number 2 says this. We need to define the opportunity. Now, oftentimes when people come to us for advice, it's because they have a problem. And you may see this going on right now with our SoulFit Challenge. People may be struggling with a myriad of health issues or anything else they got going on, and they just want to talk about the problem and why something won't work, right? So an opportunity there we have is to define the opportunity. What will your life look like once we get past this, right? What are some things that we can change now that will allow us to be successful in the future? And instead of just focusing on the problem, actually lifting their sight just a little bit to see what opportunities are available, right? Number 3, redefine the challenge. Okay, redefine the challenge. Have you ever had somebody come to you before and tell you about and complain about or tell you they have a problem with somebody else or something else? I've seen this before, where even about losing weight or trying to get healthy, right? They don't like the gym. They don't like the people at the gym. They don't like people looking at them at the gym. They don't like to run because the road is busy. They don't like to do this. Like, it's always somebody else or something else, right? So here, when we redefine the challenge, we redefine it so we're actually focusing on ourselves. Like, what can you actually change? You can't change the gym. You can't change the road. So what can we change, right? See if we can switch perspective on that just a little bit, redefine it so we know that the only person we really can change in life is ourselves. So how do we do that? And what are those steps going to look like for us, right? And last but not least, we have answer questions with a question, right? So they come to you and they ask you a question, and the very first thing we want to do is make sure we understand things correctly, right? So maybe we'll restate it, we'll mirror and say, so if I understand you correctly, you're telling me that you have a hard time getting along with your friend because you think they are a big jerk. Do I understand that correctly? And they'll say, absolutely, they're the biggest jerk ever. Now we have an opportunity to ask things like this. Well, what have you tried in the past to change that, right? Why do you even want to change that? Other questions. What do you want for yourself? What do you want for others? How did it work in the past, the things that you've tried, right? So there's opportunity there to let them take a little bit more control again, understand what's going on with that. This is going to work the same way, whether it's a business relationship, whether it's a personal relationship, whether it's helping somebody lose weight or get more healthy, whatever that may be, right? We have an opportunity to ask those questions to let them really kind of figure it out. If anybody comes to you looking for quick advice, know that they're just looking for an opportunity to put blame on somebody else. So then when something doesn't work, it's not their fault, it's your fault for the crappy advice you gave, right? Let's make sure we give everybody an opportunity to take control of their own lives, right? Wendy says, advice is like hors d'oeuvres we offer, but it's up to them to take it or not. I like it. Valerie says, I really try and listen to them, acknowledge all the things I see that they are doing right, and then suggest just a tweak to what they are doing that could make all the difference. I love that. I have a good friend who always says, instead of telling you what to do, he says, hey, I just got a suggestion. And when he says that, you know that, hey, I have an opportunity here to learn something or change something, right? Kristen says they can actually usually answer their own questions. Absolutely, right? And that's the thing. Most people have the power within them and they know what to do. They just don't have the willpower to figure that out. Maybe that's what they need more than anything is not advice, but support, right? And friendship, right? And that's a good thing to do. Kristen says we just have to guide them through it. Absolutely. I love it. So those are the 4 rules. Let's show that one more time, Tyler. Never rush to give advice. Define the opportunity. Redefine the challenge. Answer questions with a question. And we're going to see some cool things happen because of that. All right, guys. Now, as we close up, as always, we are going to remind you about what we've got going on coming up in August, which is our Soul Convention. Again, there's no better time to register than today. As you can see, the price will go up at the end of June, so make sure you get that all taken care of. Invite your friends and family to come. Now, with that reminds me that one of the greatest things we have about this convention and this location is the opportunity to have family come and be with us. There's a great big swimming pool at the resort. We're right next to Disney Springs, as we mentioned last time, with shops and restaurants and all sorts of fun things. We're close to the parks. We've got everything going on. And one thing I'm really excited about is for your kids and your spouses to come and see you be recognized. Recognition is such a big thing here at Soul. We want to make sure that everybody gets to have their bright, shiny moment in the spotlight. And a lot of you have been sacrificing time and energy and effort in trying to build your soul business. Let your kids and let your spouse come and see that, see you walk across stage, cheer you on, and really be able to live that moment with you as well. And in fact, we're even going to have the kids participate with us in that closing banquet as we have the recognition ceremony. So have them come be with us. Kids are only $65 to register to come be with us. That includes 2 closing banquet meals and 2 breakfasts. Now, if you've ever traveled before, that's a pretty tough deal to beat, feeding kids basically 4 meals for $65. So make sure that you have an opportunity to do that and get your family and friends there, and we're going to see some amazing things. Now, we also have tomorrow a virtual happy hour coming up at 6 o'clock, our standard time for that. We're going to have a special guest on, Jessica Sanford, down in Alabama. She's going to be talking about healthy weight loss. one of our soul sisters that has been doing some great things there. So make sure you tune into that. And also, last but not least, this week we are launching finally the new website with our new checkout and everything that goes along with that. If you have not had an opportunity to go play around in there yet, go to soulnaturals.com, scroll down. There's a big link there that says check out the new website. Click on that and you're going to be able to see all of that and really enjoy that too. So check it out. All right. Now, who's feeling lucky? Dolores, you kind of called dibs on the gray hat already. Let's see if you can actually pull this off and win it. So we are going to go in this order right here. We're going to start with the white, go black and then gray. See if Dolores can pull this off. And here we go. Holly Bernal asked, will our replicated sights change? They will not. They will not change. They're going to be the exact same as they've been. Here we go. Who is feeling lucky? The winner of the white hat is Chris DeVilliers. Chris DeVilliers, you are the winner. Man, Dolores, you might have a chance here. Chris only lives, 30 minutes from you? There's a chance Louisiana may do a clean sweep. Let's see how this goes. Next up, we have the black hat. And the winner of the black hat is Euphemia Frano. Yippee! Euphemia Frano, congratulations. You have won yourself a soul hat. And last but not least, the gray Soul Naturals hat. Let's see who is feeling lucky. Here we go. And the winner is Diane Mickelson. Diane Mickelson, congratulations. You have won yourself the gray hat. That was close, Dolores. When I saw the D on it, I had to stop for a second. I thought you actually pulled it off. But congratulations to all of you. If you haven't got any of our swag items, we're going to have an opportunity to buy a lot of it at convention in Orlando. So make sure you come and bring an extra suitcase that's empty so you can load it up with all our good soul stuff. But as always, keep doing the goodness that you are. Keep sharing soul. We sure love you guys, and we'll see you later.